वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणम् सूत्रभाष्यकृतो वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणं तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधेतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
अखण्डं सच्चिदानन्दम् अवाङ्मनसगोचरम्
आत्मानमखिलाधारम् आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये।
आत्मानम् अखिलाधारम् आश्रयेऽभीष्टसिद्धये।
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
अर्थतोऽप्यद्वयानन्दानतीतद्वैतभानतः
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
गुरूणाराध्य वेदान्तसारं वक्ष्ये यथामति।
We have seen the means to the knowledge. Shravanam, Mananam, Nididhyasanam, and Samadhi. Brahma Sakshatkara Etutvena. Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, Samadhayaha. Samadhayaha Katitaha. Shravanam Nama Kim. Shravanam Nama वेदांतानाम अद्वितीये ब्रह्मणि तात्पर्य अवधारण अनुकूला मानसी क्रिया. Shravanam also kriya only, because hearing, the organ, the sense organ, ears operate. It's a kriya. Hearing, and therefore hearing of the sound, hearing the words of the Shastram as expounded by the Acharya, and the words entering the ear, the sound, the words entering the ear produces vritti, knowledge. Therefore, it is a kriya, manasi kriya. But what type of verse? Advitiya Brahmani Tatparya Avadharana Anukula Manasi Kriya. The kriya is just of the mind, the action of the mind, which is in keeping with the Tatparya of Advitiya Brahma. That is Shravanam. Iti, in the Vedanta Paribhasha, Dharma Rajadvara, Dharma Rajadvarindra. He says in Vedanta Paribhasha. Then this doesn't mean Shravanam is just a kriya. No. Shravanam na kevalam karnabhyam Vedanta Vakyanam Shravanam. Just not a kriya, but Asheshani Vedanta Vakyani Shrutva Tesham Vakyanam Sarvesham Vakyanam Vedanta Vakyanam Tatparyam Advitiya Brahmani Eva iti Nishchayaha. That is Shravanam. That is complete definition of Shravanam. Even though Shravanam means hearing, it is not just hearing. It is Vedanta Vakyanam Tatparyam Advitiye Brahmani Eva iti Nishchayaha. Katam bhavati tat. In the Vedantasara, the Acharya has given the complete definition. Shravanam nama Shadvida Lingaihi Ashesha Vedantanam Advitiya Vastuni Tatparya Avadharanam. For Tatparya Avadharanam, that word is very important. The word is Tatparya. Tatparaha. Tatparyam, the meaning of the word Tatparyam derived from Tatpara, we saw. Tat is Artaha. Artaha Paraha Yasya Saha Tatparaha. Artaparaha. Tasya Bhavaha Tatparyam. Iti Tatparyam, the word, Tadita word. Tatparya Nirnaye Shadvida Lingani. Lingani, Lingam. Linam Gamayati iti Lingam. Linga. Tatparya Nirnayaya Lingam. Shadvida Lingani. Tatparya Nirnayakani. Nirnaya. Tatparya Nirnaya Lingani. Vedanta Tatparya Nirnaya Lingani. Nirnaya Lingani. Iti Shadvida Lingani, which we saw. Shad Lingani. For the Tatparyam, arriving at the Tatparyam of the Ashesha Vedanta Vakyanam, the Tatparyam is in Advitiya Brahma Eva. So we have to arrive at the Tatparyam. For us, Tatparyam is Advitiya Brahma. So Tat Pratiti Janana Yogyatvam Eva Tatparyam. What Pratiti? Advitiya Brahma Pratiti. The knowledge of Advitiya Brahma. Pratiti Janana Yogyatvam Tatparyam. That has to be arrived. That has to be arrived by Shadvida Linga. Therefore, Upakramapasamharo, Abhyaso Purvatapalam, Artavadopapattischa Lingam, Tatparya Nirnaye. तात्पर्य निर्णयार्थम तात्पर्य ग्राहकलिंगानि उपक्रमोपसंहारो इत्यादयः. उपक्रमोपसंहारो इति किम् इति पृच्छेत्. प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य अर्थस्य आदौ अन्ते च उपपादनम् उपक्रमोपसंहारो, which we saw. अभ्यासः प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य वस्तुनः तन्मध्ये पौनःपुन्येन प्रतिपादनम् अभ्यासः, repetition. Not only the beginning at the end, in the middle also. पौनःपुन्येन प्रतिपादनम् अद्वितीय ब्रह्म प्रतिपादनम् पुनः पुनः पौनःपुन्येन अभ्यासः, repetition. Then अपूर्वता प्रकरण प्रतिपाद्यस्य अर्थस्य प्रमाणान्तरेण अविषयीकरणम्. अपूर्वता cannot be known by other pramana. Other pramanas do not have scope with regard to Advitiya Brahma, other pramanas. Then palam prakana pratipadyasya atmajnanasya tad anushtanasya va tatra shruyamanam prayojanam. Palam iti yukte prayojanam. Kim prayojanam? Moksha. Anantaram arthavadaha. Prakana pratipadyasya tatra prashamsanam. Prashamsa. Praising. Tena kim bhavati? Tena श्रोतारः उत्सुकाः भवन्ति. It has to be praised. Prashamsa. Prashamsa is required. Prashamsanam. Otherwise, who will pursue? Prashamsanam. Marketing. In fact, it is marketing. Upanishad also knows marketing. Abhyasaha also paunah punyena pratipadanam, like an advertisement, repeated advertisement. It will make you buy the thing. Repeatedly, when something is said, what is that you want to see it and you buy it? Same thing. This is programming the mind. As advertisement program your mind. Make your mind just move towards that direction. Similarly, this. But this is for real prayojanam is there. Real prayojanam which is jiva, purpose of the life itself. Jivana lakshyam, moksha prapti, tadeva prayojanam. The last linga is upapattihi. Prakana pratipadyasya artha sadhane tatra shuyamana yuktihi. So upapattihi is yuktihi, arthavadaha prashamsanam, palam prayojanam, apurvata avishayikaranam, अन्य प्रमाणैः, अभ्यासः पौनःपुन्ये प्रतिपादनम्, and उपक्रमोपसंहारो तात्पर्यस्य अद्वितीय ब्रह्मणः उपपादनम्. इति षड्विध लिंगानि एव षड्विध लिंगैः अशेष वेदांत वाक्यानां तात्पर्य अवधारणम् अद्वितीय ब्रह्मणि एव अस्ति इति निश्चयः तदेव श्रवणम्. Nishtayah, when we say, doubts will come. While listening to Shastram itself, doubts will come. Mananam, generally we say Mananam is clarifying the doubts. That is after Shravanam, after Tatparya Avadharanam, that during Shravanam itself, doubts may come. How is it? How can it be? Doubts can come. The doubts regarding the Vakyas of the Shastra. The Vakyas, the same Vakya, Shastra Vakya, Shruti Vakya being there, interpreted in different words, interpreted by different people. So therefore, interpretation. How do we interpret the Vakya? So clarifying that. By that you get the knowledge, the Tatparya, that Avadharana, that is strengthened. So that is the doubts which are asked during Shravanam. They are also part of the Shravanam only. It is not that during Shravanam doubts will not be asked. In fact, during Maranam, you will not ask doubt to the teacher. In Shravanam, you will ask doubts to the teacher. Doubts are there. Why Shastram is said like that in one place, another place it is says like that. Is it not contradictory? No, it is not contradictory. Tattva Sama. We have to reconcile the seemingly contradictory statements of the Shastram. So that are clarified. Why? Tatparya Vadanam Advitya Brahmani Eva Tatparyam Asti iti Nishtayaha. For that, Shruti Vakyas are the doubts which are there with regard to the Vakyas of the Shruti are clarified in and there. That is during Shravanam. Continuous listening to the words of the Shastram as revealed by the teacher, that is Shravanam, and also clarifying the doubts then and there. So that you are able by applying the Shatlingani, the Tatparyam. The Tatparyam is Advitya Brahma. This entire thing is Shravanam only. Now we say, Shravanena eva jnanam jnanadeva kaivalyam mokshaha. If the person is adhikari, the adhikari is uttam adhikari. Yes, all the necessary preparations. Has got chitta shuddhi, chitta naishchalyata. When pramana is operated, jnanam has to happen. There is no way that jnanam cannot happen. Words entering through the ears will produce vritti. Any word. When a dog barks outside, you hear the barking of the dog. That produces vritti. The sound enters your ear and vritti, barking vritti. Barking vritti is formed. Knowledge. From that, so you recognize it is a barking of a dog. It is the cooing of the cuckoo. Vritti. You cannot stop it. Ears are open. Sound entering will produce knowledge. Same way with the Shravanam. Same way with the Shruti Vakya also. Vakya entering produces vritti, jnana vritti. Jnanam is there. Jnanam vritti is produced. This jnana vritti knocks off ajnanam. Like the light removing darkness. So far I have been thinking aham samsari. Shastra, Vakya enters. The Shastram says, Tatu tvam asi, Tatu samsari. Jiva Swarupa is Brahma, Sachit Ananda Rupa, Brahma, Tatu tvam asi. Then samsari, that ajnana vritti goes away. It has to go. Jnana vrittya, ajnana vrittehe apagavanam bhavati. Knowledge happens. If the person is an adhikari, shravanamatreena jnanam. Shravanamatreena jnanam, jivan muktaha bhavati. That is what we say. But all are not uttam adhikari. There are adhikaris at different levels. So it is not just a shravanam will do. And all of them have their own background, given the background, different backgrounds. Shravanam alone cannot do. It is not Shravanam, it is not the knowledge happens through Maranam and Nidhyasanam. It's not. Knowledge can happen only in Shravanam. But the knowledge is Pratibandha Jnanam. It is Sapratibandha Jnanam. Because the Adhikari is not prepared, not ready. The Adhikari is already oriented with different ideas, different concepts, or probably is not, doesn't have Chitta Nishchalyam or Chitta Shuddhihi, whatever may be. Even suppose if it is there also, already has got some orientation, some opinion, some mata. He has got strong mata, or he may have doubt with regard to the pramanam itself, prameya itself, or the pramana reveals. Pramana asambhavana is removed in Shravanam itself. because Shastram only is a pramanam to reveal the vastu. Therefore, the pramana asambhavana, Shastram a pramanam, it goes because Tatparya avadhanam, since it is done only in Shravanam, therefore the pramana asambhavana, the doubt with regard to the Shastram pramanam itself is removed. Because again and again emphasizing the words, the Tatparyam of the Shastram, therefore the pramana asambhavana, and establishing that Shastram, Shruti is the only pramanam for Brahmagyanam, no other pramanam can do. Therefore, that is why we say Apurvata. Therefore, pramana asambhavana is removed in Mananam. But Prameya asambhavana, with regard to the what the Shastra reveals, can it be Advitiya Vastu, Brahma? Because there are other matas, opinions. Dvitiyam, Dvaitam, iti. Not only Dvaitam, Visishta Dvaitam, Vedha Veda, iti. Bhagavaha Mataha, Bhakvayaha Mataha Santi Loke. So many schools of philosophy, Darshanani, are there. Therefore, is it Advitya Brahma, the truth, the fact revealed by the Shastram? Prameya Asambhavana. If the mind of the student, the Shishya, is fresh, not loaded with any ideas before, and if he has sadhana chatushtaya, sampatti, to a greater extent, it means chitta shuddhihi, chitta nischalita, then Shravanam will do the job. Shravanam produces knowledge. It must produce knowledge. Hearing must produce knowledge. And here being a pramanam operator produces knowledge. Therefore, Ajnanam goes away. Shravana matre, there is no other sadhana required. Job is over. But it is not so simple. Either we are not prepared or we are already oriented with so many different ideas, fanciful ideas. Even with regard to spiritual ideas, some romantic ideas. So all these being there, with that, the knowledge gained in pramanam will be sapratibandha jnanam, natu apratibandha, natu pratibandha ragita jnanam. Pratibandha ragita jnanena, shravanena, mokshaha, but because pratibandha sagitam jnanam asti, therefore we require mananam and nididhyasanam. That is why manana nididhyasanani avashyakani. Mananam nididhyasanam samadhi api. So mananam, therefore in mananam, prameya asambhavana, the doubt with regard to what the Shastram reveals, that is removed. Again in the Vedanta Paribhasha Karena, Mananasya Lakshanam Uchyate. Mananam Nama Shabda Avadharite Arte Manantara Viroda Shankayam Tanirakarana Anukula Tarka Atmagyana Janakaha Manasaha Vyaparaha Mananam. So Mananam is Manasa Vyaparaha Mandatu. Mananam Manasa Vyaparaha. Au Manantara Viroda Shankayam. There are other pramanas. Why should I accept Shastram? There are other. I believe in Pratyaksha, Anumana, Arthapati, other Shastram. How can the words of the Shastram be a pramanam? Shankasti, Manantara, because what the Shastram says, I feel it is not logically proved. Therefore, Manantara Viroda, Ashanka, doubts are there, Shankaya. That Nirakarana Anukula Tarkatma Jnana Janakaha Manasa Vyapara. The Manasa Vyapara, the mental activities, action in keeping with producing the knowledge of the Atma. How? In keeping with the Tarka. In keeping with the Tarka, the Yukti, which is in negating any contradictions of due to other pramanas. That is mananam. It's a beautiful definition. Manantara viroda shanka, the doubt, what doubt? Manantara, pramanantara, viroda shanka. Anya pramana, which are viroda, contradicting the Shastra pramana. Therefore, the doubt is there with regard to Shastram itself, and therefore, what the Shastram reveals, Prameya Sambhavana, Tanirakarana, to dismiss that. Anukula Tarka, the Tarka in keeping with that. And that produces Atma Jnana Janakaha. That doesn't produce really Jnana, that's not Jnana Janakaha. Jnanam being there, that is, the Jnanam is produced only in Shamanam only, but that it clarifies, it makes it doubt free. So, Apratibandha Jnanam. Because Prameya Sambhavana, the doubt being there, therefore Jnanam being Sapratibandha, that Pratibandha Nivritti happens by this Manasa Vyapara. Therefore it is Mananam. So, in Shravanam, only knowledge happens. Pratibandha Nivritti only happens in Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Pratibandha in the form of Prameya Sambhavana removed by Mananam. Shravanena Yaha Arthaha Nishchitaha Bhavati. Tatra Pramanantarena Virodaha. Pramanantarena Bhaka Virodaha Santi. Yaha Arthaha Shravanena Shastra Shravanena Shastravakya Shravanena Nishchitaha Bhavati. Tatra अन्य प्रमाणान्तरेण प्रमाणान्तर इत्युक्ते अन्य प्रमाणं बहवः विरोधाः सन्ति आगच्छन्ति बुद्धौ द्वैतवादिनः आक्षेपं कुर्वन्ति न तु केवलं द्वैतवादिनः स्वमनसि अपि एव विरुद्धाः युक्तयः मताः सन्ति तेषां निराकरणं करणीयं कथं वेदांत अनुगुण युक्तिभिः वेदांत अनुगुण तर्कैः विरुद्धमतानां निराकरणं खण्डनं स्वमते दृढत्वं स्वमते दृढत्वलाभः तदेव मननम् इति उच्यते. That is Vedanta Anuguna Yukti. Yukti also should be in keeping with the Shastra. That's why we say Tarka, Shastra Anukula Tarka. By that, Vedanta Viruddha Matanam Khandanam Nirakaranam. Dismissing the opinions which are contradictory to Vedanta, and also having strong conviction in our mata, that is Vedanta Advaita Brahmani, what the Vedanta reveals. Sumate Dridhatva Labhaha, Tadeva Mananamiti. Vedanta Guna Yukti Bihi Viruddhamatanam Kandanam Swamate Dridhatva Labhaha Eva Dridhatam Labham Eva Mananamiti. Manasa Vyaparena Siddhyati. Therefore, Mananam. So Veda Siddhanta Avirodi Tarkaha. Tarka is in Vedanta Anuguna, in keeping with, it means Veda Siddhanta Avirodi should not contradict the Vedanta, should be in keeping with. That's very important. Shruti Anugrahitaha eva Tarkaha. Tadeva Angikriyate. So therefore the Tarka should be in keeping. We cannot apply the Tarka, the Tarka which is outside the Shruti. Therefore, what Vedanta reveals, it is not provable by logic, but By logically, but logical support can be given. That is what, in fact, Brahma Sutra, it is done. The logical support. So once the intellect is convinced, because intellect is logical, very analytical, human mind is like that, logical. Therefore, when logically convinced, then pranaya asambhavana is the biggest pratibandha nivaranam, pratibandha nivritti bhavati. Therefore, in Mananam, is there any new knowledge produced? No. Mananam doesn't produce new knowledge. Advitiya vastunaha, that is in Shravanam, that Advitiya vastu jnanam, Advitiya vastunaha, Vedanta guna yukti bihi, anavaratta anuchintanam, no stop, no gap, continuous thinking of anavaratta anuchintanam. That is Mananam. So therefore, in the Mananam, so Mananam Prameya Asambhavana. So the intellect is convinced. Intellect cannot accept that which is illogical. That which is not logically acceptable, the Buddhi will not accept. Buddhi will resist. Therefore, there will always be doubts lingering. Parama Satyam Jagan Mithya. Is Jagat Mithya? Because by transaction in the Jagat, is it Mithya? It is Mithya. The intellect has to convince it is Mithya only. Dvaitam is so obvious. I interact. If it is Advaitam, how can I interact? Yes, it is Dvaitam. Dvaitam is the Dvaitatmaka Jagat is Mithya only. And so many darshanas are the darshanani. They all advocate Dvaitam only. And there is only one Advaita Mata, which is surrounded by all these Dvaita Matas. Generally, number wins, like in democracy. So, how can this Advaitam be the truth? Yes, Advaitam is the truth. That should be that conviction should be strong. That has to be arrived at. That is why in Mananam is that getting conviction by removing the doubts, vagueness, and that is done by dismissing the matas of the other people, other darshanikas, other mata, modern schools also, the Charvaka also, modern schools, other schools of philosophy. All these have to be dismissed. You have to not just dismiss mean dismissing. You have to show their fallacy in their mata, in their view. What are the fallacies have to be logically presented. The flaws in their philosophy have to be logically presented. So that since there are logical fallacies, therefore intellect cannot accept. That is all. That alone is not enough. We have to remove the logical fallacy attributed to Advaita also. So first is dismissing the other philosophies by showing the logical fallacies. Second thing is by tarka, the logical fallacies which are attributed to Advaita, that also have to be removed. So in their own language. We cannot arrive at Advaitam by logic, but there are logical fallacies which the other schools of philosophy raise on Advaita Vedanta, that have to be removed. Then only the intellect gets convinced. That is what, in fact, the Brahma Sutra it is done. First is the form of the dialogue between Purva Pakshi and the Vedanti. Purva Pakshi raises question, then we don't just dismiss. We don't answer, in fact. We show the fallacy on the part of the Purva Pakshi and we show that there is no fallacy in what we say. That also have to be shown. So offensive and defensive. All this comes under Mananam only. This is how Mananam is done. So therefore, the Prameya Asambhavana, therefore Pratibandha is removed, all the logical doubts pertaining to understanding, accepting the Advaita Brahma is removed. That's called Prameya Asambhavana. That is, Prameya Asambhavana is removed. So therefore, it's very clear there is no new knowledge happens in Mananam. Therefore, only Shravanam is important. Shravanam is Angi, and Mananam and Nididhyasanam are Anga. They are limbs of the Angi Shravanam. And this is what we say. We means Vivarana Sampradaya. We have seen already two Sampradaya. Bhamati Sampradaya, Vivarana Sampradaya. Both are Advaita Sampradaya only. Bhamati, the Bhamatikara, who wrote commentary to the Brahma Sutra Bhashya of Shankaracharya. Both are Advaita Mata only, Vivarana Sampradaya and Bhamati. But there is a slight difference. According to Bhamati, Nididhyasanam is the Angi. Shravanam, Mananam, they are Anga. In Nididhyasanam only, the knowledge is doubt free. Therefore, Nididhyasanam is given more importance. But we don't accept that for the very simple reason. As in the Mananam, the Prameya Asambhavana, the doubts, the logical, the doubts are pertaining to the Prameya are removed. Similarly, in Nididhyasanam also, there is Pratibandha Nivritti. Nididhyasanam also, what happens? There is Pratibandha Nivritti. What is Nididhyasanam? That is what we are going to see. Shravanat, Mananat, Anantaram, Nididhyasanam. Nididhyasanam Nama. Anadi Durvasanaya. Vishayeshu. Akrishyamana Chittasya. Vishayebhyaha. Apakrishyatmaka. Vishayaka. Sthairyanukulaha. Manasa Vyaparaha. Iti. Again, this is the definition of Vedanta Paribhasha. Anadi Durvasanaya Vishayeshu. The mind is programmed, pre-programmed. Already it is oriented. Anadi Durvasana. There is Vasana. Anadi Durva. And it is Anadi, beginningless. Vishayeshu. Vishaya. Akrishyamana Chittasya. Vishayeshu Akrishyamana Chittasya. The mind which is attracted to the Vishaya. And it is because Anadi Karata, Anadi Kara. And therefore, that mind has to be now withdrawn from the Vishaya. That is Anatma. Vishayebhyaha apakrishyatmaka apakrishyatma apakrishya atma vishayaka sthairyanukulaha. It has to be now placed in Atma. So withdrawing the mind from Anatma and placing it in Atma. Sthairyanukula manasa vyapara. This is also manasa vyapara. So withdrawing the mind from Anatma and placing on the Atma. It has to be done repeatedly because there are habitual tendencies. Habitual tendencies are not easy. That's why vasana. There only we use the word vasana. Habitual tendencies. It is not just gained only in this janma. The habits. Anadi, beginningless, so many janmas. That's very difficult to replace. But it has to be done. So therefore, anatma vishaya aham. The Sharya Manasangata iti, that Anatma Buddhi is that has to be replaced by Atma Buddhi. Aham Atma iti, the Sharya Manasangata is Anatma. Always this thought should be, this knowledge should be there. Because of our habitual tendency. If anything happens to Sharira, it happens to me. That that Ahankara, me is invoked every time when something happens to the Sharira Manasangata. Upadhi dharma or atma dharma iti, that habitual tendency is so strong. Therefore, vishayebhyaha apakrishya atma vishayakastai anukula manasa vyaparaha nididhyasanam. Ashesha Vedantanam tatparim advitiya brahmani iti nishchitaya jnanam yada bhavati अनादिकालात् याः दुर्वासनाः सन्तः सन्ति तत् अस्माकं मनसि ये वासनाः दुर्वासनाः विद्यन्ते ताः विषयेषु तेन एव विषयेषु आकर्षन्ति तेन एव ताः चित्तं विषयेषु एव आकर्षन्ति विषयेषु आकर्षमाणं चित्तं येन मनोवृत्ति विशेषेण विषयेभ्यः अपकृष्य आत्मविषयिनी स्थिरता संपद्यते तदेव निदिध्यासनम् इति उच्यते इति वेदांत परिभाषा. So here what we say Vedantasara, that's what we are going to see nididhyasanam. But before the nididhyasanena, therefore there is removal of viparita bhavana nivritti. Therefore here also pratibandha nivritti. Viparita bhavana is pratibandha nivritti, not to jnanam. No new jnanam happens, just pratibandha nivritti only. Therefore, since in mananam there is pratibandha nivritti, prameya sambhavana yaha nivritti, in nididhyasanam there is viparita bhavana yaha nivritti. Therefore, shravanena eva jnanam. Therefore, shravanam is the angi for us, Vivarana Sampradaya. Whereas Bhamati school, Bhamatikara, for them, according to them, nididhyasanam is a sadhana that alone produce knowledge, liberating knowledge, that alone produce jnanam. Nididhyasanam is dhyanam. What is heard during Shravanam and what is the doubts with regard to that which is removed during in the Mananam, that is contemplated in Nididhyasanam, and by that the person gets Nishta and therefore Muktihi. Iti Bhamati. Bhamati Sampradaya says that we don't accept, doesn't matter anyway. Both are Advaita only. But Vivarana Sampradaya, our Sampradaya very clearly says this jnanam which happens in Shravanam, even though it is sapratibandha jnanam, let it be, but jnanam happens only in Shravanam. That pratibandha nivritti only happens in Mananam and Nididhyasanam. Therefore, pratibandha nivritta eva manana nididhyasanani jnana utpatti itu pramana vyaparena eva bhavati iti we say. And we have logic. There is logic in what we are saying. So for us, nididhyasanam is not for experiencing Brahma. Brahma jnanam is there, just pratibandha nivritti. Nididhyasanam means it is dhyanam. It is also dhyanam, different from upasana, as we saw in the last class. Nididhyasana, upasana, there are certain rules, certain physical posture, etc. are required. But in nididhyasanam replacing the old vasana, anatma, dvaita vasana with advaita vasana. So that is withdrawing the mind from anatma and placing in atma. That is nididhyasanam. The entire 6th chapter of the Gita talks about, and nididhyasanam can be done sitting in a posture also. It is not that prohibited. Nididhyasanam also can be done sitting in a particular posture, contemplating on the Vakyam, Shastra Vakyam, or nididhyasanam can be done in the form of thinking of what the Shastram says. In fact, again and again listening to the Shastram also is a sort of nididhyasanam. Teaching also is nididhyasanam because you contemplate on the words of the Shastram. All this becomes nididhyasanam. That is why nididhyasanam we say there is the types of nididhyasanam. Shravana abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Punaha shravanam, repeated, even though Shastram is we have heard, but again listening to that. So that the old orientations, that habitual tendencies are removed, so that we live an alert, enjoy an alert mind. Alert life, alert mind. Shravana abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. In fact, that is dealt by Shvaracharya in Naishkarmya Siddhi. Shravana abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. Then Brahma abhyasa rupa nididhyasanam. That Panchadeshikara in the 7th chapter we will be seeing later. And Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam, in Samadhi Abhyasa, that is third type of Nididhyasanam, Samadhi Abhyasa Nididhyasanam, where we borrow the Ashtanga Yoga from Patanjali, Yama, Niyama, Asana, Dhyana, Dharana, Ityadi. But where the object of contemplation is Atma. Object of contemplation is Atma. We don't accept the Patanjali, that the yoga system, because yoga is Dvaita, where in Samadhi Abhyasa, Samadhi, the Ashtanga Yoga we accept and practice Samadhi, Samyak Agita, Buddhihi Chittam Yasmin, Atmani. That is Samadhi. Absorbing the mind in Atma Swarupa, absorption of the mind in one Swarupa. So that is Samadhi. So Samadhi Abhyasa Rupa Nididhyasanam. That is a Nididhyasanam. That Nididhyasanam will culminate in Samadhi. So here the author is going to, we will talk about Samadhi later. So now let us read what Nididhyasanam is. So let us chant the passage 162. We have seen Subodhini also. Now we have to see what Nididhyasanam 192. You please repeat. Vijatiya degadi pratyaya ragita advitiya vastu sajatiya pratyaya pravagaha. One word.
विजातीय देहादि प्रत्यय रहिता द्वितीय वस्तु सजातीय प्रत्यय प्रवाहः
Nididhyasanam.
निदिध्यासनम्.
So pravagaha nididhyasanam. Vagaha vagati. Pravaha vagati is flow. Flows. What flows? Your vritti. Flow of thoughts. What kind of thoughts? Sajatiya vritti. Samana. Jatiya. Sajatiya. Opposite. That is disconnected or opposite thoughts of different types. Vijatiya. Viruddha. Viruddha jatiya. Or vividha. Different thoughts. Not connected. Not connected to the same thing. It is of different kinds, different types. So sajatiya vritti pravagaha. So therefore nididhyasanam is flow of thoughts of the same type, same kind. Sajatiya. So nididhyasanam meditation in which the same thought occurs over and over again for a period of time. In fact, that is in japa we deliberately do it. We take a particular nama mantra and we repeat it again and again so that the same thought, no other thoughts are allowed or entertained, the same thought. So japa, in japa it is done. That is also, but the thing is japa is where that particular deity is involved. Here it is Atma. So that is why Dhyanam, Nididhyasanam is different from Dhyanam in terms of the content of the pravaha. In Dhyanam or in Upasana, the vritti is different. Here it is Advitiya Vastu Brahma. So what is thought upon, what is meditated upon, it's different. What is meditated upon is you. Here the object of meditation is you in Nididhyasana. So the object of meditation and the meditator, they are same. Dhyata and Dhyaya are same in Nididhyasana. Because Advitya Brahma, that is the truth that is meditated upon. Whereas in Dhyanam or in Upasana, that is Dhyata is one, and Dhyaya is another one, and therefore there is Dhyanam. Triputi Bheda is there. Here, to start with, there is Dhyata and Dhyaya. They are not different. Dhyata meditates on himself. The Dhyaya also is Dhyata only. And there is meditation done by the Dhyata. Dhyata Dhyanam Kurvanti, and the Dhyaya Vastu is Dhyataram. Dhyataram Dhyanam Kurvanti. In the beginning, there may be Veda till the mind is not absorbed. Once it absorbed, it becomes Nirvikalpa. Till that, Savikalpa. The author himself is going to say Savikalpa Samadhi. When the mind is absorbed, absorption of two types, depending on the meditation. Savikalpa Samadhi, Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Therefore, in contrast to other forms of meditation, or the meditation which is in the loka, which is in the world, which is famous, there it is duality, Dvaitam. Here it is Advaita. So the dhyanam in general, as I said, it can be done with the help of a support, like some mantra or some pratima, a murti, or a concept. So that helps in maintaining the same flow of thought. But Nididhyasanam that is also dhyanam, but there the focus is upon the Atma, where the ideas, where the flows, where the thoughts are connected to the same Vastu, Advitya Vastu, that is you. So therefore the Pravaha, Sajatiya Pravaha, and why Pravaha? Because in Pravaha there is no interruption. There is no intermittence, there is no interval. You cannot go out, have popcorn and come. There is no pause. Uninterrupted. No interruption, and no interruption in terms of other kinds of thoughts also. Thoughts pertaining to different things. That's why Vijatiya Rahita, the word that is also Vijatiya, and which is in the form of Dehadi Pratyaya. Dehadi, Deha, Manasangata, or that which is connected to the Deha, any relations, etc., whatever it is. Generally, thoughts will come with regard to one's Upadhi only, either body or mind or sense organs, connected to the mind also. So all these are Vijatiya. So therefore, Vijati, Pratyaya is thought. Vijatiya, Dehadi, Pratyaya, Ragita, divide off. So divide off Vijatiya, Pratyaya, exclude to the exclusion of the thoughts pertaining to Deha, etc. And Sajatiya Pravagaha, thoughts of the same kind pertaining to what? Advitiya Vastu, Advitiya Brahma, Advitiya Vastu, that Pravaha, Pratyaya Pravaha is Nididhyasanam. So Nididhyasanam is uninterrupted flow of thoughts, uninterrupted flow of thoughts, and the thought is that Atma is Brahma. That is Nididhyasanam. So in Ashtanga Yoga, we have Dharana, Dhyana, Samadhi. Samadhi is absorption. Samadhi is absorption. Absorption in the absorption, absorbing the mind, absorption of the mind in the object of meditation. In fact, after Nididhyasan, the Samadhi, the author is going to say. So, if Nididhyasanam is compared to Dhyanam of the Ashtanga Yoga, then absorption of the mind in the Jaya Vastu is Samadhi. In Nididhyasan, there is effort involved. Whereas in Samadhi, there is no effort. Effortlessly, your mind is absorbed in the object of meditation. So the meditation finally culminates in Samadhi. That's why people say they meditate. Meditate is an action. They meditate. Effort is involved. Prayatana is there. Whereas in samadhi, there is no prayatna. Mind naturally absorbs in the object of meditation. It's not an easy thing. So much practice. As Arjuna himself, he asked in Gita, Chanchalam hi mana Krishna pramati bhalavadridam. Then how to control the mind? Chanchalatmakam manaha bhalavadridam pramati bhalavadridam iti. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagya chakrikete iti. Bhagavan gives the methods of making the mind meditate on the given object of meditation only by abhyasa. Abhyasena tu kaunteya vairagya. Vairagya is required because the mind has to be withdrawn from anatma vishaya and focus on atma. Therefore, vairagya and abhyasa, practice. So, nididhyasana means practice, practicing meditation. And since the vishaya is atma, therefore we just translate nididhyasana as Vedantic meditation. Vedantic meditation, where the object of meditation is Vedanta, Advitya Vastu Brahma. That effort is involved. Whereas in samadhi, when the meditating mind, when the mind which meditates, effortlessly when it merges, culminates, effortlessly when it meditates on the Jayavastu, then it is samadhi. Therefore, samadhi is nothing but extension of nididhyasana. In nididhyasana, there is effort. Whenever the mind goes out, it has to be brought in. That's why sajatiya pratyaya pravaha, vijatiya pratyahagita. When that effort becomes, when that effort is not there, when there is no effort, when the effort becomes invalid, not required, then that is samadhi. That state is samadhi. Effortlessly, the thoughts of the same kind happens. And if it is Advitya Vastu Brahma, that is what we call samadhi. The mind is absorbed in yourself. It is nididhyasanam. All the pratibandhas are removed, gone. And we have said that the main pratibandha is ajnana. Ajnana nivritti happens when the mind is exposed to the Shastra Pramana, that is Shravanam. And Samshaya with regard to Prameya by Mananam. Then Viparyaya, that is by Nididhyasanam. So Shravanena, Ajnana Nivrittihi, Avarana Nivrittihi, Mananena, Sadhanena, Samshaya Nivrittihi, Prameya Asambhavana Nivrittihi, and Nididhyasanena, Viparita Bhavana Nivrittihi. It is done to remind that Aham Brahma Asmi, you are Brahma, without any attempt to remember, making the mind spontaneously not remember, because it is your Swarupa. So therefore the habitual error which are there, Degadi Vasana, taking the body mind to be the Atma, and taking oneself to be of so and so, even gender also. Atma doesn't have gender. Atma doesn't have any color, any caste, any creed, any nation, any kind of tag, not there. These ideas which are all false, wrong ideas which are deeply entrenched in the mind, that has to go. So therefore, Nididhyasana, because they pose a big threat to jnana, the form of the obstacle. And these are so strongly rooted, therefore it is not easy. So these habitual errors should be overcome by either in the form of Nididhyasanam, by deliberately making the mind entertain the thoughts pertaining to the object of meditation, that is Brahma, or by living a life of alertness. The old habits, the old notions, which tend to surface again and again, has to be the Degatma Buddhi, which is so strong. So that has to be displaced, that has to be completely removed, displaced by living a life of alertness. So alert life, that is why we say alert. That is why it is Nididhyasanam is 24/7. Shavanam is 24/7. It means Shavanam is not once in a week or once in a day. It is all the time. All the time the mind should revolve around the Shastram, or the words of the Shastram. Asuttehe amarnat, kalam nayet Vedanta chintanaya. It's a famous Vakya. Because all the time we have the notion, aham degaha, aham manishyaha, dehoyam, manishyoham, degoham, iti. Aham deha, naham manishyaha. As in Nirvana Shatkam also Acharya says. Why he says? That is to replace the anatma buddhi by atma buddhi. Thus, therefore, that effort is required. The vijatiya pravritti by abstract by stopping the vijatiya pravritti, degadi vijatiya pravritti pratyaya, and making the mind entertain the sajatiya pratyaya pravaha, that is advitiya brahma, that finally will lead to samadhi, where there is no effort, effortless abidance in the knowledge of advitiya brahma, aham atma advitiya brahma, that is samadhi. So therefore, after nididhyasanam and samadhi, so having presented samadhi, what nididhyasanam? Then the author is going to talk about the samadhi. And samadhi are also of two types. Let us read. We'll discuss this in the next class. Samadhi dvividaha.
Samadhi dvividaha.
Savikalpaha nirvikalpascha iti.
विकल्पकः निर्विकल्पकः इति
Tatra savikalpo nama.
तत्र
सविकल्पो नाम
ज्ञातृ ज्ञानादि विकल्पलय अनपेक्षया.
ज्ञातृ ज्ञानादि विकल्पलय अपेक्षया
अद्वितीय वस्तुनि
अद्वितीय वस्तुनि
आकार आकारितायाः तदाकार आकारितायाः
तदाकार आकारितायाः
चित्तवृत्तेः अवस्थानम्.
चित्तवृत्तेः
अवस्थानम्.
We'll see this in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shantah Shantah Shantih. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. धन्यवाद.
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 धन्यवाद.